Hello. Good morning. I just want everyone to know that my sister beat me in Apple Watch competition. It's cold in here this morning. Hi everyone. When Stephen comes back from getting my coffee for me, I'm going to have him grab my blanket. Did someone steal our games? No. We had GameCube, which you can see on the far side, single stacked, because it was there, and then the other ones were here for Extra Life. Oh god, you're moving the games around. I'm also waiting for my allergy meds to kick in. So they are now single stacked, and I don't know why these have not been unstacked. I think he just didn't get there. But they're there. Yeah, my hair looked really good this morning. I don't know why. Whatever. Yeah, GameCube was there, and now they are all on the one shelf. Keyboard is dusty. I feel like the furnace may have like kicked some dust everywhere because I'm seeing like white specks everywhere. Maybe the vents need cleaned finally. Haley says post Extra Life game migration. Yep. Gotta move them around slowly all year. If we had like a couple more shelves, they could say single stacked, but I don't want more shelves. We have enough shelves. We have a 22-month resub from Overachiever. Jay Lineback gifted a sub to No Slouch 0420. Oh, keyboard stopped working. Oh no, where did mouse go? There, no. There we go. I got it. Stage of Stars gifted 5 subs. They went to Jerts TV, our Pico Sunset, The Random Genius, Josh Jepson, and The Broniest. The name I know really well because it's a friend of mine and I mess it up. Morning, Josh. This keyboard is having a time. 55-month resub from Spinach Wrap. 25-month resub from Sweet Serene. 44 months from Adrian Kell. 48 months from Lord Baumeister. That is a clap. I had to think about it. Please scroll. Thank you. We had a 500-bit Star Rain from Vegetable Sorbet with the toast emote. 53 months from Somber Mink 91. 33 months from Circle Now Squared. 12 months from Cookie and Pie Guy. Congratulations on your one. Could you also grab my blanket off my office chair?
Yes.
Thank you. It's gray. The light gray.
I need to set the thing up where the coffee machine turns on its own.
I know it's set up for 8:30 p.m. for some reason.
PM.
I don't know why.
Something broke.
Something broke.
Anyway,
Yeah.
what do you want?
The blanket off my chair. It's light gray. And we have a 17-month resub from Hero King Lucina. Thank you. Office. Yeah, cups are back. Here. We have eggnog and hot chocolate.
'Tis the season!
That's not a blanket, but that's okay.
Oh, it was gray.
This is blue.
The thing that you asked for, the blanket, is like white.
It's light gray.
Oh my god.
The thing that you asked for, I brought you this.
Well, like... Hi, I'm introduced with a 16.
Mal said, get me the gray thing, and I grabbed the gray thing, and I picked it up, and I was like, this is a hoodie. Like, okay, but can you hold these up, though? Hold them both up. When Mal says, go get the gray thing, what do you think I'm going to grab? When these things are laying in the exact same spot, I'm like, it's gray.
I did say light gray, and I did say blanket.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry.
It's fine.
I think for different people, different things override. So, like, for me, maybe colors override. Right? So, like, if you give me, like, a color object, then my brain focuses more on color than object. So then I get in there, and I'm looking, and I'm like, gray. And I pick it up, and, like, briefly, my brain's like, not blanket. But then brain's like, but gray. And I'm like, she must have meant to say hoodie. Anyway, that was 1600 bits from Gold Lining. Says, have you heard of Make Way on Steam? No. I don't think I've heard of that. I only just learned about, what's the thing, Juliet?
I don't know.
I forget what it is. I can't remember the name of the game now. There was a different game I only just learned about. Contact Venom.
Lethal Company?
Lethal Company.
Exploring the swamp has never been so delicious with Tiny Eddie's mascarpone marsh muffins.
Mascarpone marsh muffins. MMM. 1050 from Anissa says, hey Eddie, it's 1 week until I leave for vacation. What fun snacks will be served on the plane? Also, posture check for chat. That's right, y'all need to make sure you're sitting up straight too.
Are you?
Yep, I'm doing pretty well right now. Exploring the swamp. Oh, if you're on a plane, I hope you don't explore swamp. I mean, something has gone wrong with your flight. Mascarpone marsh muffins. Wait a minute. Did Thomas write that? Sorry, we're just getting swamp and marsh, and I'm like, that's...
And MMM.
Yeah, I mean, you can run into some coincidences, but that's like a lot of coincidences. So.
Chess says, warm kitty on lap, cannot adjust posture.
Then suffer, I guess. GC Nick says, in addition to posture check, throw out your gamer chairs and get an ergonomic chair. You'll thank me in 2 decades. I mean, I have a good chair, which is nice. It sometimes doesn't matter because I'm sitting in it poorly, and it's
because of Kitty.
It's generally because of Kitty. But I've always thought that gamer chairs looked uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I've always thought that. And we have a DC Racer chair because it was a gift from Extra Life. 1 year they gave out chairs. And it's nice to have an extra chair in the house, but I wouldn't want to sit in that chair.
Yeah.
For long periods of time.
The best thing about that chair is the wheels. It rolls really good, and that's about it.
Yeah. Anyway. You remember the office chair? We still have it, but the office chair I used to use, which was basically just like a lazy boy recliner with wheels.
Yeah.
That probably wasn't the best chair, but it was comfortable. And way too warm in the summers.
It was very warm.
It was a fun chair.
Escape into a flavor suffering with Tiny Eddie's secret of honeycomb and spaghetti fritters.
That was a bit for Pastry Bear Place. It says, Tiny Eddie, what snack should I bring to my potluck next week? A flavor suffering. Secret of honeycomb and spaghetti fritters. Can you make honey and spaghetti work?
Yeah.
Okay. I believe you. I guess spaghetti is not indicative of like marinara or anything.
Yeah.
It's just the noodles. So yeah, you could probably make that work. You know, I was recently turned back on to honey. Not that I ever like disliked honey, but I forget it exists as a concept. And Mallory likes honey, puts it on bread. And we had some bread the other day, and Mal had got the honey out and sat it there, and I was like, I'm going to do this also. And I put honey on the slice of bread, and I'm like, this is so good.
It's better when the bread is hot.
It's very good.
Come here.
I just don't ever think to do that. Oh yeah, and on a biscuit. Yep.
Mm-hmm. I do that.
Yeah. If we go
As
to
a child, I would chicken nuggets and honey.
Huh.
I didn't like any sauces then.
Yeah, I disagree with that now. I can
Oh, I
understand
would still
that.
do it now.
No, no. And it's not even that sounds bad or gross. It's just that the sauces are why I eat chicken nuggets in the first place. Like, I'm just trying to get like horseradish or honey mustard or ranch into my body. And that's
We don't have time to get into how Bojangles got rid of Bo sauce.
I'm sorry. You can just buy your own horseradish.
Someone found me a recipe. I have it saved on my phone.
For Bo sauce?
Mm-hmm.
Well, someday.
Yeah.
Let's have a little, like, homemade Bojangles party. Sounds great. We had 12 months from Ember Ellie. Congrats on the one. Speaking of tapping a mug, you probably already saw, based on the fact that there's over 100 into both. It is December, so it's eggnog and hot chocolate season. Yay. So for the month of December, tea and coffee replaced with those, as well as the mugs are back in the store. So if you missed out on getting an eggnog or hot chocolate mug the first time, they'll be around this month. You can drink it at home. We got 300 bits from Adrian Guel. Says, Nugget life hack. Dip first in honey, then sweet and sour. It's so good. I would try that. I think we should do like a chicken nugget party.
I think you need Thomas here.
That's fine. It doesn't have to be soon. But like, I really like the idea. Like, this is like peak adulthood in my opinion. The idea of having like a big party and just sauces. Just like so many sauces. And
You can taste them all.
And like just like toothpicks and like just try all the sauces. It's basically a dipping sauce party. Yes. I'm like super into that idea. I think that's remarkably fun. Maybe what would the side be? Fries are an obvious choice because fries can also be dipped. I don't want a vegetable. I don't think.
Oh, I do.
I guess you could just call it a wing party and do like celery or something. Chicken nuggets and wings are different though. Potato product, yeah. 300 from Valix, who says, good morning, grandparents. I am off work today. After stream, I have to put all 4 snow tires in my trunk and take them to the garage to have them put on. Good vibes to everyone who will be dealing with winter weather this year. Good vibes.
Yep.
On the few times I have had to deal with like actual winter, I was
Hate
like,
it?
yeah. I was like, oh no. So my heart goes out to anyone that's like dealing with that for a prolonged period of time, especially like multiple years. I only visit the winter.
It's not very fun.
It doesn't
Every
seem
day.
very fun.
There's some days it is fun, but
What days
most
are
days
is
it's not.
it? What days is it fun?
You got a nice fireplace, and you don't have to go out.
So winter winter is enjoyable when it's outside and you're inside.
Yes.
Okay.
Hi.
So if you can look outside and see it outside and be like, I don't have to go out there.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Maybe the one day of the winter you go play in it. Like sledding.
Haley says she could live up north again and it wouldn't kill her. I don't want to. I would heavily prefer to, like, not do that. But also, I grew up at the beach, so I'm remarkably biased because I am used to a very particular climate and environment, so everybody different. We had 21 months from Dan the Warrior, 23 months from Inator, and 11 months from Ice Nuke. Thank you. So what's been going on this past weekend? What has happened since Friday? Is that all that's happened? Is you've just painted?
That's what I feel like I've done.
Mao has done 6 streams in 7 days? 8 days? 7 days? I don't know. You've done a lot of streams. You've basically been going live every day to work on a painting. Because that's the thing, is when Mao was doing monthly Mao Makes videos on YouTube, those paintings take, like, at bare minimum, like 30 hours. Usually closer to 40 or 50, and sometimes 60 to 80. So, like, they take a long time.
Yeah.
And now that she's painting on Twitch, it still takes that long. It doesn't actually get any shorter. It just... Now you can watch all of it.
Yeah.
If you're ever, like, curious about the process. But it's just a fun little chill vibe stream.
Yeah.
I don't have all the VODs up yet. You're making them faster than I can get them onto the internet.
Sorry.
I'll get more up to date. I might double release them because I was trying not to release like 2 in one day, but I think I need to just be like, here, they're all here, because you just keep going. 300 from Dan the Warrior, who says, hi, Stephen Amell. I watched the Digimon World 4 video, and I definitely agree with your statement, Stephen, that it's very confusing. And honestly, if I wasn't clouded by nostalgia, I'd probably think it's confusing as well. But I played the game till I was level 42. I'm just happy y'all played it. Yeah, it wasn't straightforward, for sure. It was a little... Well, I remember the thing that was immediately bizarre about the Digimon game was just like getting to the game.
Yeah. Like, where do we go?
You're just like in this hub world, and it's like, well, go ahead. And I'm like, where are we? It's like, you figure it out. Go to Sequence Bay 12, and I'm like, what is Sequence Bay 12? What are we in a Sequence Bay? Nothing's been explained. It's like, just jump up and down these platforms and run around this room that doesn't make sense. It connects to more rooms that don't make any sense. Anyway, so is that video out on Stephen Plays now, I guess?
I think so.
Yeah. Folks should check it out, because it comes from an era of game design where, like, we were sure that people needed to walk through the menus. And you don't. You really don't. You don't need to do that. You just need to get started on the game. We had 60 months from Missing No Leader. Congrats on the 5. Yeah, that's all that happened is you painted. We hung out with Josh and Dan, because Brandon's out of town. And spent a little time with them. Josh is now out of town, which is why we were hanging out with him, because he was going to be gone. And then Alex and Haley are still perpetually sick.
We miss you too.
Yeah, we'll see you one day. I don't know.
No, it says Travel Boy Travels.
I don't know when. And yeah, the most important thing that happened this entire weekend was watching the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer. I watched it. We recorded a reaction video. It's kind of like a low budget reaction video because we're on the couch and I just have the camera. I should probably put that onto the internet.
Yeah.
I recorded it last night and I was like, all right, time to go to bed. But yeah, it looks good. The thing that was surprising to me was that it's not coming out next year. I thought they were gonna be like, here's the trailer and it's coming out, summer 2024. And I was like, oh, it's not coming out next year at all. So they released that trailer very early. But when I went back and looked, they did the same thing with Grand Theft Auto 5. So Grand Theft Auto 5, that trailer was also shown a year or two earlier than it came out. So like, okay. But yeah, it looks good. After we watched the GTA 6 trailer, we went back and watched the GTA 5 trailer because I was curious like how bad it looks. And it does. It looks bad. The thing that's so alarming in the GTA 5 trailer is the frame rate. The frame rate like is not hitting 30. I guess it's because it was running on like PS3 and Xbox 360 when the game came out. So,
Haley, I love that joke so much. Is it just GTA 5 with floating islands and depths?
Mostly, yes. Yeah, you start GTA 6 as Trevor, but Trevor burned his arm. He's got to get his strength back. So Trevor has to travel below Los Angeles. Yeah. I don't know. There's not a whole lot to talk about related to it, other than like
it was a 1.5-minute trailer. So.
Yeah, it's 90 seconds. We watched it once, and then me, you had went upstairs for a bit, and me and Dan and Josh went through like scene by scene. Like we watched it and paused it and just like looked at it and we're discussing it. And game looks good. I think that the takeaway for me is like the graphical fidelity is like such a jump from the last game. There's still a huge emphasis on wildlife, and I don't know how there couldn't be, because GTA 5 had a bunch of wildlife and that was a good addition. And then the next big game that Rockstar made was Red Dead 2, which was like full of wildlife. Like hundreds of animals in that game. There was even an entire like quest to like photograph birds or something, like, so there was all sorts of stuff.
Haley says I'm waiting on GTA Minneapolis with realistic snow physics. I feel like Chicago would be a city they'd pick.
What cities have they done?
New York.
Yeah, I mean
Miami.
Yeah, those are the big three in LA. They also did a game set in London. I don't know where Chinatown Wars takes place. Like it's Chinatown, but I don't know what a part of what city it is.
Noah says, "Can we get GTA Philly with real greased pole physics?"
Anyway, so the thing that I don't know yet, it's an unknown, is if GTA 6 will release at launch on PC. Because I would rather play it on PC. But historically, it has come out on console first, and then like a year or two later comes out on PC. And I'm like, that would not be my ideal situation. But whatever. It's already confirmed? Okay. Alright. Well,
I know. I need to cuddle you more, so you need to come up here. There.
Like, I will play it when it comes out, but that means that I'll be playing it on PS5. So that's fine. I can do that. I'd just rather play it on PC.
I know you would.
But I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait that long. I want to play it when it comes out, so I guess I'll be playing it on PS5. The other question is what are they going to do with GT Online, and we don't know that either. If that's going to remain its own game, or if that's going to be transitioned into a new thing. If they're going to keep it the same.
Didn't they make super money?
They did make super money. No, that's completely accurate to say.
So I feel like they would definitely make a new one. GTA 6 Online.
But they already have this, like, entire player base for this game. So, like, would there be 2?
Maybe for a little while.
I don't know. I'm sure that they're...
And 6 will have all the cool stuff, so people will migrate.
I'm sure that they are thinking about that most. You know? Because it does make an insane amount of money for Rockstar. The other thing is that, like... The game makes an insane amount of money. To give a little example, because I know some people here are probably they're not big into GTA. You have to understand GTA is huge, like very very big. When Grand Theft Auto 5 came out, it set sales records for video games immediately. Like it made $1 billion in like a day or two. It was like the fastest selling video game ever at the time. I don't know if it ever got surpassed by like Call of Duty or something, but like it was big. And to give an example of how big GTA 6 will be also, the trailer was released yesterday. It was supposed to come out today, but it got leaked, so Rockstar was like, well, here, just watch it. And the trailer had only been out for 3 hours. And the trailer had like 28 million views. And in the time it took me and Dan and Mao and Josh to watch the trailer and discuss it, so like 5 minutes, I refreshed it and it had gained 2 more million views. Like it was like million. Like just, there are so many people that are so excited for the game that, yeah, it's... Okay, so Jay Linebeck says, currently has 66 million views. So, you know... Renee says, most of us don't do crimes in real life, so we need an outlet. That's it. There you go. There it is. So... Yeah, I'm excited for it, but, like, there's not... Knowing that it's not going to be out next year, though, it's like, okay, well, I can just kind of shelve some of my excitement for a bit and look forward to playing it.
Are we done? We're done. Okay,
We're done. When I'm older. I'll get to play it when I'm older. Hi, buddy. It's bath time. Anyway, we had 47 months from Seemingly Jess and 40 months from Stoop Kid. Thank you. Yeah, we'll have to... there will be another Extra Life that happens before there's another GTA. Theoretically, there could be 2. Mm-hmm. But we were speculating last night that we believe GTA 6 will most likely launch in the summer. And the reason that we believe that is that it would time well with the
Miami Beach,
the setting of the game, because it's Miami. But like, who knows? Who knows? It could very easily drop in. I think GTA 5 came out in October, so it could easily drop in October again. It's hard to say for sure. I would play Golden Girls Theft Auto. I'd be fine with that.
We like our cheeks scratched. Yes.
He does. And after GTA 6, I don't know that there's any like games that I'm like
Excited about?
like looking forward to. Like that's the big one?
Did I beat Persona yet? I'll probably play it tonight.
Yeah, you got to get back to it. You haven't touched it in a little bit.
Layton's 2025. I'm excited about Layton.
Yeah, Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be probably my next one that I'll be real excited for. Because there's games that I get like, I'm excited for, and then there's games I'm like, no, I'm excited for. And that list is probably GTA 6 and Elder Scrolls 6. And any other games that have a 6 in them. Only 6s.
Resident Evil 6?
Yeah. My favorite video game, Resident Evil 6. Sure. Fallout 6. Resident Evil 6 LP win. The past. How long ago did we play Resident Evil 6? It's been a few years. And then we didn't do 7 because what I really wanted it to be was a co-op game.
Yeah.
I wanted more of the ridiculous nature of 5 and 6. Yeah. Yeah, we talked about the Fallout TV show as well. Dan is a huge fan of Fallout. And like obviously I also like Fallout, but I think Dan is more into like the Fallout world as a whole or something.
Yeah.
I feel like I flip-flop because I'm like I play a Fallout game and I'm like, this is fun, I enjoy this, and then by the end I'm like, I want to play Elder Scrolls. And I kind of go back and forth. But Dan's like super, super excited for the Fallout show. So maybe I'll watch it. Maybe. The sets look good. There were some photos that came out from like the set design, and it looks really good. So I'm excited about that. 300 for Shy says, is there anything you're hoping / predicting to get announced at this year's Game Awards? No. I can't think of anything. Like I feel like I'm at this point in my life where the thing that I will get most excited about are
GTA and Elder Scrolls?
No, I was gonna say like nostalgia. Like remaking something from my past.
Like Mario RPG.
Yeah, like that was very big. I'm like, oh, that's very cool. Or announcing a new entry in a series that I like.
Pipe Power says Beyond Good and Evil 20th edition. Really? Is it really been that long?
Yeah. There's a so Ubisoft accidentally leaked their own game. 20th anniversary like remake for the original game, and then they accidentally like sent it out to their own people on Uplay or whatever, and then they were like, oops, they took it back. Yeah,
that was one of my PS2 games.
I know you really like that one. I've played it a little bit with you before. It's unique.
The beginning is like they're trying to set up this world building and it takes forever to get into, but after that it's like, oh, okay. Then it gets into the meat and potatoes of the game.
If I think of a series that I would want a new entry in, that would be like a cool thing, and it's been a long time. My first thought is absolutely just Donkey Kong Country, because it's been
a while since Tropical Freeze.
Yeah, I think 9 years. So I don't know. It's been a bit. But I've also always wanted to see the original trilogy remade. I just think that'd be cool. That'd be a fun little remake thing. And like, who knows? They're remaking all sorts of like Super Nintendo stuff. Like, not impossible. That would be fine and fun and good. I'd enjoy that. I don't know if we'll ever get an Earthbound remake, but like, that's not impossible. I don't think so.
Mara says, I want Rhythm Heaven on the Switch. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Oh, another thing.
Elite Beat Agents 2 Haley, you wound me.
Another thing is, we're gonna get, there's a new console. Like, there's gonna be a new Nintendo console.
Can you hand me my coffee?
Oh, God.
Oh. Thank you.
Like, the new Nintendo console is gonna be next year. Right? Almost assuredly next year. So I wonder if we're going to get any information about that soon. Like, what, the Switch came out when? 2017. So Switch is just about to be 7 years old. So yeah, it's time. It's time. Like, yeah, it's time. They any day now they can do that. That'll be fine. That's
Odyssey sequel would be nice.
Ilstegosaurus says, "Do you think it'll be backwards compatible?" Like, that's it, man. It better. It really they're off screen, but like we wound up with so many Switch games, which is so weird for a current gen thing. Like, I've never had this many games for a current gen system ever. I think we have like 150 physical Switch games or something like that. And I like them. I like the aesthetic of the little carts and the cases and everything. It would be very sad if it was not backwards compatible. Alex says, how many of those Switch games are still shrink wrapped?
You can get
less than like 20%.
I'll be back in a minute.
But there are definitely times where folks are over and I'm talking about a game. I'm like, oh yeah, there's this game, and they're like, oh cool, that's neat. And I'm like, oh, let's play it. And then I bring it downstairs and unwrap it. That has happened on multiple occasions. I'm like, I get a game and I'm like, this is a good game. I know about this game. I just haven't played this game, or I've played it like on PC or something. So then I have to like unwrap it. I did that with like Obra Dinn. I did that with American Hero. I did that with Omori. Because Mal was like, I think I'd like to play Omori. I was like, let me go get it. Yeah, Renee says, are you a video game store? I mean, getting close. It could be a Blockbuster. That'd be a very strange Blockbuster. Like, in terms of having a large like retro library. If there was going to be a company that did a retro Blockbuster, like a retro rental store, that seems difficult. Like, you would have to have, I don't know, there would have to be like holds put on customers' cards for like the value of the games, because some of the games are just, they're worth so much. It's like you can't really just let someone rent that for $5 or $10. It'd have to be deposits. I knew so many folks back in the day who had games from Blockbuster that they had just like rented, and then they just had them. Like, they just didn't return them. which like that was a thing that you could do at Blockbuster. Like you could rent a thing and be like, oh, I just really like this, and then Blockbuster ended up like charging you like the price of the game or whatever. But it was just bizarre because I knew way too many people that had games that had like the Blockbuster sticker or whatever. Mango says, so I was the weirdo who returned the games I rented. I always returned the games. Always. Oh, interesting. Alex says, there's a bar we went to in LA where if you ordered a Moscow Mule, they kept your ID to make sure you wouldn't steal their copper mug. Yeah, I always returned the games. I have such strong, vivid memories and positive memories of Blockbuster because I would rent games pretty frequently. There was a Blockbuster that wasn't too far from my house whenever I was growing up, so we would go like on the weekend or something, and we would maybe rent a movie, but then sometimes I would also rent a game. That's how I first played Earthbound, was I rented it from Blockbuster. So, yeah, it's, I got a lot of strong memories of that. I'm trying to think of the last time I rented a game from Blockbuster. I remember going into a Blockbuster with Mallory, like one in Myrtle Beach, when we were dating. So Blockbuster was still around then, but I don't think we rented a game? We might have. Maybe we were renting a game. Maybe we were renting a movie. I don't know. That's the last time I think I walked into a Blockbuster. Alex says, I have a vivid memory of getting out of church on Sunday, going to the video store, and renting Tom and Jerry for the Super Nintendo, and then being very disappointed by Tom and Jerry for the Super Nintendo. That was the big downside though, is if you rented a game and it was crap, you were like, oh no, there's just nothing you could do. You're like, this is bad. This is not a good video game. This is not a good video game. Sometimes you would rent a game and then you were like, oh, this is great, and then you would buy it. And there was a lot of times I just bought games based on like the recommendations of Nintendo Power. Usually the Nintendo Power didn't lie to me. So usually it was a good thing. We had 40 months from Gamers 00700. 300 Bits from the Reload just says, I love theorizing on the next Switch, mainly because I'm excited to be able to watch the hype for the new console, but also because I talked with a Nintendo Store employee about Switch 2 back in February, and we both agreed, yeah, it was coming. So that's fun. Yeah. I mean, the other thing is that, like, not that Nintendo has historically put a huge emphasis on graphics and processing power, but the Switch is old, and it does limit the system. So being able to have more power just allows you to do more things in games. So I'm excited at that prospect. I don't think we're going to get a system that's going to be on par with other current gen systems, and I don't think that's needed. But extra power is good. That's a good thing. I would like to see that. So, but the thing that I could care less about that. I could care less about that. The thing that I want most is backwards compatibility. That's the thing. That's what I want most. I don't care if it. I mean, like it should do 4K. It should probably be a 4K system. Yeah. But like the thing that I'm more interested in is backwards compatibility. Like, please let me play the games I already own. That's what I want. I want to be able to put Breath of the Wild into Switch 2 and have it run at a higher resolution and higher frame rate. Please. That's the thing. But, you know, could Nintendo make it not backwards compatible and then release Breath of the Wild 4K as a separate thing to buy? I mean, they could. They could do that. I don't think I would buy that. 300 Bits from J-Spoke says, so when are you and the Raleigh Collective visiting the last remaining Blockbuster? Is that the one in Alaska?
Or is it Oregon?
Or is it in Oregon? I can't remember where it is. I thought it was in Alaska.
Oregon.
Oh, maybe there were two.
And then
One of them was Alaska, and now I guess it's down to just Oregon. Yeah,
it's 5 hours from Coos Bay.
would have been a day's drive if we lived in Coos Bay, Oregon. Yeah, I don't see ourselves making a trek to Oregon for Blockbuster. Where's the nearest Family Video?
I would like to go to Oregon. I have not been.
Do they, like, Family Video still exists, right? Like, that's still in the Midwest?
When I was in Appleton, the one I knew growing up was closed.
Oh. Yeah, that was actually one of the weirdest things. Whenever, shortly after we had started dating, the Blockbusters in, like, Myrtle Beach closed down. But for the next few years... Oh, Alex says they went defunct in 2022. For the next few years, anytime I was back in Wisconsin with Mal, they had Family Videos, like multiple Family Videos, and I was like, why is it that in the Midwest they're still doing so well? People still wanted to rent movies. And in South Carolina, they had all been replaced with those machines outside of a CVS. Mm-hmm. What are they called? Redbox? Mm-hmm. Something like that. So yeah, and now it's streaming. 300 from Will Peters, who says, for a short time I was banned from renting at Blockbuster because they thought I didn't return a game when I did, but it didn't have it on their records. Oh, that sucks. I hate that. I never had my own Blockbuster card because he had a membership card, but. Me and my dad have the same name, so I just had his membership card. So then I would go to Blockbuster and I would just rent stuff. And I guess they scanned it and were like, yep, this person's 40, whatever years old. That's me. Just let me rent this, because I'm 42. I am not a junior. No. No, we have different middle names. But otherwise the same. Yeah, 40-year-old high schooler Stephen George. How do you do, fellow kids? I am here to rent this M-rated video game. I am an adult. Yeah, I kind of miss Blockbuster, but I think maybe it might be largely just nostalgia.
I don't.
You don't miss it at all?
Because, like, we never went to Blockbuster because I think it was more expensive than Family Video.
Yeah, well, I mean, we didn't have Family Video.
Yeah. So, like, the way Family Video did it was all the new releases were on the outside, and then it was by genre.
Well, I mean, do you miss Family Video? I'm asking if you miss, like, rental.
Because, like, we'd go in there, and then we'd walk the outside to look at the new releases, and it'd be like, this one looks interesting, let's read the back. No. And we'd walk, and
it actually, yeah, the act of choosing a movie was an endeavor. Mm-hmm. It really was. Unless
you, like, knew, like, oh, this came out, I want to see it. Like, otherwise I hated that.
They had a new release wall where they had, like, 50 of whatever Adam Sandler was doing. And then, you know, just one of every other little thing. And yeah, it's true. You know what's funny is that I can still remember, like, going through the store, and a lot of stuff was, like, in the same spots, and picking up the... Yeah, this is just NDL's house. Picking up the VHS tapes or whatever and looking at them, and I can remember cover art, like from from being a kid for movies I never saw. And these days, if I run across
That image.
the cover art, it like lights up something in the back of my mind, and I'm suddenly a child at the Blockbuster, like looking at, the
Alex
thing.
says going to the video store when you were staying at a friend's house was a crapshoot because their mom might be more or less permissive than your mom.
It's true. I had I knew kids growing up where like they were 10 years old and like they could only watch like G-rated movies. And like if they were going to watch a PG movie, like it was parental guidance suggested, so like their parents had to be with them to watch like a PG movie. And then I had other kids that I knew that they were 9 or 10, and I knew one kid particularly. He came home from school every day. He was alone. Mm-hmm. His parents got home like later, and like every single day he just watched horror movies at like 9 and 10, and I'm like, that I don't know what that does to a child. I'm not entirely sure.
See, I had very little parental supervision.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, I didn't like scary movies, so it's not like I was watching those, but, like...
Yeah.
Like, normally we'd go rent movies, and, like,
Renee
Carly
says
and I
feel
would
it.
pick one out, and then, like, my mom and her boyfriend would pick one out, and then, like, if it sounded interesting and it wasn't horror, like, we could watch it, even if it was M.
Yeah.
And, like, I remember going to a sleepover at
You
a
mean
friend's
R.
house. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
And we were allowed to watch Sixth Sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember watching it and thinking, this is too adult for me. Like, this is scary. I don't like it.
Sixth Sense is, I think, PG-13.
Yeah.
Actually. Yeah, that's I don't know. That's funny. There were times I went over to friends' houses and watched horror movies. We watched horror movies at home, but like I didn't watch horror movies like every day. Like the kid I'm talking about, like he literally he only watched like Nightmare on Elm Street and Halloween and Friday the 13th, like all of those movies, like every day. I'm like, that's just a lot of consumption of that type of media at that age. He's probably fine. But we watched horror movies because my parents really liked horror movies. But we watched them like as a family. But my parents also got a kick out of me being afraid of movies. It ended up working out, but there was a period of my childhood where I was like scared to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. 300 from Shire says, my sister has our grandmother's name on our dad's side. To this day, my sister gets mail for tea and the senior center, despite our grandmother being gone for over a decade now. It is quite funny, actually. Yeah, I guess there's, they're just like, yeah, this person's still there.
Yeah.
Keep sending that. That's interesting. Mail just as a concept. And whether or not you get it and being on a list or whatever forever is interesting too. Pegamon says, I don't know how often you watch movies. You might still be scared of them. No. I mean, I'm sure that there's probably a movie that would be unsettling. But for the most part, no. I think watching horror movies with my parents helped prepare me. To some degree for that. I liked movies. I mean, that's how I went into film. Is that in high school I got real interested in shooting stuff, and I watched movies, and I was obsessed with like the behind the scenes.
You got a camera.
Yeah, like that was how all that happened, and then I went to school
Jacket Case says, I miss letters or having reason to check the mailbox beyond spam mail. The only thing I look forward to in our mailbox is there's like local publications that we get.
Yeah.
For some reason though, like I get catalogs. I don't want the catalogs for like shipping company supplies because I was buying boxes to do mail make stuff. I don't want a catalog this big of boxes. I don't need them anymore. Stop. Take me off your list.
Yeah.
I've tried.
Well, the other reason that we run into issues is that like because we are a business,
Yeah.
like they may be more incentivized to send us because we're a business, and they'll be like, "Here's our catalog."
Yeah,
You
that's
need-
what they do.
You need any pens? You want to buy like 10,000 pens for your employees? And I'm like, no.
One time we got sent a demo pen.
Yeah, that happens too, where they'll send that, or they'll send return address stickers. Yeah, we don't need any business stuff.
No.
We're good, thanks. we don't need that. We got 7 months from Megawatt06. Megawatt, thank you. Are you sure you don't need pens? I'm sure. I buy a pack of Pilot G.
4? 2?
It's G. It's like GO2, and I buy or G2, and I buy 0.5s, and I buy like a pack of those every several years, and I've been good, and that's it. Like every few years, I'm like, it's time to buy another pack of pens. And that's it. I've been using the G2s basically my entire life. When I was younger, I used the 0.7s, and then at some point in high school, high school or college, I started using the 0.5s, and they're infinitely better. It's for me.
I just like my...
I'm awake. Hi.
My TWSBI Diamond.
TWSBI Diamond? Mm-hmm. Oh, fancy pen.
My fountain pen.
Fancy pen.
Is rainbow. I'm so excited to use it on January 1st.
That was 1600 bits from Valix Butterfly. Says, want to know what's scary? Obviously this. But also, I ordered supplies and prizes for Summer Reading 2024 yesterday for work. See, you need supplies and prizes. Mm-hmm. That's like a real place. Like a real business.
A real business.
As opposed to ours, which is like, we don't need 10,000 pens.
No.
We don't even need many pens.
No.
I definitely don't need to order pens from a catalog. There's nothing I need to order from a catalog.
I could order my art supplies through a catalog.
That's true. When you buy like canvases and stuff, you order like many.
I normally go to Blick's website, but they do have a catalog because that's how I had to order as a teacher because of the school district.
Yeah.
So.
The only catalog I miss is the Sears catalog, man. That's.
What about the Fleet Farm catalog?
I didn't get Fleet Farm
or
catalog.
The Menards catalog.
We didn't have Menards.
But you'll save big money.
Listen, it's December, and around this time is when the Sears catalog came, and as a child, you'd open up the Sears catalog, and you'd take the pen or the Sharpie, and you'd circle the things that you were interested in, and then you'd hand it to your mom, and your mom would mail the Sears catalog to Santa. That's how it worked.
We had to put our initials. You didn't have a sibling.
I didn't have a sibling.
And then we would, like, fold over the corner to mark it to make sure.
Like, don't miss this, please. I don't remember a Toys R Us catalog, to be honest. I remember like a Toys R Us like sales circulars. I do not miss I don't remember a Toys R Us catalog.
We never got to go to Toys R Us. The first time I stepped into a Toys R Us was when before Tamagotchi came out.
Yeah.
Because I had been at my dad's one weekend, and he's like, I saw this thing in the newspaper, and it was like 3 sentences that was like, Japan debuts new toy.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, I think you would really like this. And then he took me to Toys R Us, and it was the first time I'd ever been in a Toys R Us, and we were looking for them, and they weren't out yet.
I don't have time to get into my Tamagotchi story because I need to wrap up breakfast stream, but I like Tamagotchi. We had 42 months from Salamis Dragoon, 53 from Sylvana, and 300 bits from Jacebook says, please tell us you circled that one Kenmore air conditioner for a catalog once. Mom, I want this Kenmore. Okay, let's tell you about what's going on. So today at 1 p.m. Eastern, which is in about 3 hours from now. Mm-hmm. Also, thank you for beans. About 3 hours from now, Pikmin, and not just any Pikmin, we're like pretty sure we're finishing the game today.
Yeah.
Like we're like 99% sure that Pikmin 4 is wrapping today. Or at least the campaign is wrapping.
The campaign, yes. There
might
is more.
There might be another week of verses, but we're at the end apparently. Sachi says you keep saying that. I don't think I keep saying. I mean, I've said that like we're close, yeah. But like this is different. This is like we're at the end. Like when we did our stream last week, people in chat were like, yeah, next week you're gonna finish it. So anyway, this is the end for real. This is the end for real. I previously said that we were close to the end. I said we were getting to the end. This is like the actual end. We're like at the end. I think we're going to wrap on the single player game today. Well, I guess it's co-op, the campaign. So that's today. Mm-hmm. And if it's real short, maybe we'll finish verses also. Probably not.
I have no idea.
But I don't know. So that's at 1. Tune in at 1. Yeah. Sachi says, so you've met Louie. We're we're at the end. Like for realsies. Like when multiple people in chat are like, you're going to finish the game next week, I believe them. So I think this is really the end. And then probably versus next week, and then like Pikmin's done. Took a few months.
Yep.
Not nearly as long as Zelda. Working at it. Other things, disc only at 9. Mm-hmm. And
I will not be painting today.
Yeah, Mao is...
I need a break.
Mao's going to take a break from painting. Might get back to it tomorrow or something. Possibly. I'll try and get the VODs up, though.
The painting looks really good. The pomegranate, like I was painting it, and I was kind of like, ugh, come on. Come together. Render. And then, like, I put a highlight on, and I was like, oh, hey.
What the heck? Starfield.
Alex says, there will be donuts and coffee and tapes immediately following breakfast stream. You
have
donuts?
Yeah, there's also going to be a kick-ass vlog.
Oh, yeah, the vlog's coming out. Ooh.
So it's not that I don't want you to watch Alex's stream, but I do want you to watch the vlog first. Starfield probably tomorrow.
This is the vlog that Noah has been very excited about.
It was a pain in the butt to edit. Starfield probably tomorrow. There's a chance it could be Thursday, but probably tomorrow afternoon. Let me release this vlog for you, so you can watch that, and that'll be what you go see. There we go. Publish now. Yeah, so this vlog. Okay, the vlog is out. The vlog had like 35 minutes of footage, and I managed to get it down to 15. And I promise you're not missing anything, but it was just like there was a lot of stuff, because I shot footage, Mal shot footage, Brandon shot footage, and Haley shot footage. There's just so much footage in that, and it turned out well. Enjoy.
I need to watch it. I haven't gotten to watch it.
The first third of the video is just me being like, let me tell you about physical therapy, and then the tone completely changes. That's fine. We had 500 bits from Incarnado. Says, can I get some good vibes? I just found out my mom is going in for a biopsy later for a swollen lymph node, and I'm worried about her. Good vibes. Good vibes. Hope all of that turns out well. At bare minimum, it's just good to know things, so I'm glad that she will know things. We also had 26 months from Casper Stone Nature. Thank you. Okay, that's it. Go watch the vlog. It's a good one. Golden VCR is streaming. We'll be streaming in 3 hours.
Yep.
That's it. All right. People have complained a little bit that we haven't had a dome in a while.
I haven't noticed. I thought we got beyond it.